to put forth the names of Leah Harder, Joe Donnelly, and Joe Scott.
Hearing no other nominations, we'll close the nominations and have to vote.
Freeholder Belgrade.
As named.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Last name.
Freeholder Howard.
Last name.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As named.
And Director Art.
As named. And the nomination of 3 members, director, and 2 freeholders to the Board of School Estimates for the Burlington County College, a 1-year term.
Director, at this time I'd like to put forth the names of Leah Harder, Joe Donnelly, and Joe Scott.
Hearing no other nominations, we'll close the nominations and vote.
Freeholder Belgrade.
As named.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Last name.
Freeholder Howard.
As named.
Freeholder Schwartz.
As named.
And Director Art.
As named. Okay, and now we have appointments by freeholder director of department directors. Health and Corrections, freeholder Schwartz. Public Safety, Natural Resources, and Education, freeholder Donnelly. Hospital and Medical Services and Elections, freeholder Belgard. Public Works and Solid Waste, freeholder Howard. Administration and Economic Development, freeholder Arter. A flow chart of all the assignments will be emailed after the meeting for review. Okay, and continuing on with freeholder director appointments, 2 board members to the Board of Social Services, freeholder Howard, freeholder Arter. 2 board members to the Burlington County Planning Board, freeholder Howard, freeholder Arter. 1 board member and 1 alternate to the board, 1 board member / alternate to the Burlington County Planning Board, freeholder Belgard. 3 board members to the Personnel Committee, which is director and 2 freeholders, which is freeholder Elk, freeholder Arter, freeholder Donnelly, and freeholder Howard. Freeholder representative to the military bases, freeholder Donnelly. Freeholder liaison to the Burlington County Bridge Commission, freeholder Arter. Moving on to appointments by the directors to the Burlington County Agricultural Development Board for 2014. These appointments are Lisa Post, Louis DeLorenzio, John Loeb, Judy Shaw, Timothy Lutz, Philip Prickett, John Huldick, Robert Eckert, Peter Johnson, Todd Wilkinson, Paul Shin, Lawrence Kusher, Raven Samulius, Thomas Budd, and Edward Fox. Okay. So at this time, I'd like to thank all of our special guests here this morning, Senator Adiego, Judge Haynes, Assemblyman Brown, and all our department heads who are here this morning. I would like you to stand so that we can acknowledge you and what all your work for the county and you being here this morning and what it means for the year ahead working with us. The work at the county would not get done without your hard work and dedication to your jobs, and we thank you for what you've done in the past and what will be done moving forward. We also have many municipal officials here this morning. We'd like you to stand as well and be recognized for your services, past and future, to the County of Burlington as well. So if you could stand this morning. We also have many members of county boards, county commissions, and county advisory committees here this morning. We'd like you to rise so we can recognize the hard work that you have put in the past and will be putting in the upcoming year. I'd also like to thank the county prosecutor. I saw him earlier. Where did he go? Thank you for being here this morning. We appreciate what you do and the work your office does on behalf of the residents of Burlington County. Thank you. We also we have I don't believe I saw our college president here this morning, President Hesby, and we have a new superintendent for the Burlington County Special Services District and the Institute of Technology. So I haven't met Dr. Mano yet, so we just want to thank him for taking the mantle. If he's here this morning, please stand. We'd like to thank you. And so he's not, so we'll look forward to developing a relationship with him. So we move on to our remarks going forward. And at this time, I'd like to begin the Freeholder remark period with my State of the County address. And I'd like to begin by saying welcome and Happy New Year to one and all. And let me start with the obvious. We are breaking tradition. We are reorganizing on the 2nd, not instead of the 1st. Or to put it another way, yesterday we got to sleep in. Today we are defying the status quo. But this board has often defied the status quo, always to achieve more cost-efficient government and real tax savings. There is no business as usual mentality at work here. We have had to be inventive and bold. In 2014, expect more of the same. While I revel in the opportunity to serve as Freeholder Director, and I thank my colleagues for the honor, I also accept the challenge of doing the best we can for the taxpayer who foot the bill. With that, congratulations to Joe Donnelly. Joe, you enjoyed an incredible Election Day victory, and by anyone's standards, you had an incredible record. Joe joined the Freeholder Board in 2008, just as the economy was collapsing. Despite the ensuing loss of ratables, Freeholder Donnelly managed to reduce county taxes every year for the next 6 years, and not by thousands, by millions. As director, Joe held steadfast to his principles, walked over some very hot coals, stuck to the agenda, and always endeavored to be as fair as possible. I'm sure you are more than happy to give up the gavel, but I have always valued your guidance, and this year you will be on my speed dial. Congratulations are also very much in order for Sheriff Stanfield and Tim Tyler. The two of you also received an impressive voter mandate. Frankly, Jean, we are all amazed at the way you have secured hundreds of thousands of grant dollars and how you have used those monies to help the most vulnerable among us. Young children, seniors, juveniles at risk, and others. You have a right to be proud, and we are proud of you.
Yes.
And Tim, I'm sure when you were first elected 5 years ago, it put you on a learning curve in the county clerk's office beyond anything you could imagine. But today, you are exploring and using cutting-edge technology to make your office more accessible and more responsive to our citizens. They have rightfully rewarded you with another 5 years. Congratulations. Which brings me to the state of our county, where we are and where we are going. Last year, Director Donnelly pointed out that our county government spends less money per citizen than any other county in the state. The year before, a study by the Pew Charitable Trust credited Burlington County with having the lowest comparable tax burden in the Philadelphia region. This year, I would like to give you a clearer picture of how that has played out over the course of time. To put it in simple terms, when you contrast us with our neighboring counties, we are the only county that actually spent less, like $32 million less, in 2012 than in 2007. And last year, we reduced our general operations budget by another $15 million. We didn't sacrifice county services. Quite the contrary, we are always raising the bar and embarking on new initiatives and expanding the services that matter most. Last year was no exception. For example, our Human Services Department was given an extreme makeover and turned into a one-stop center that could better identify and address all the needs of individuals and families the moment they walk in the door. We hired a new community outreach coordinator to ensure that all programs of county government foster a culturally rich, inclusive, and inviting climate. Please join me in welcoming Zahira Sabir. Zahira, please stand. We found a home for the Underground Railroad Museum at Smithville Park, and we partnered with local government friends to save the Rancocas Nature Center and the creative programs it offers children. We saved Mount Holly Library from certain closure because of finances, and we are in the process of turning it into a Burlington County museum and history clearinghouse for all historical groups throughout the county. We cut the ribbon on the much expanded library headquarters in West Hampton, providing more space for children's activities and a spacious new theater that can offer a bigger menu of programs for residents of all ages. We enacted a new Buy Local program aimed at bolstering local business and job creation by encouraging residents to frequent stores and businesses in their own downtowns and communities. We made serious headway in the creation of our new single-stream recycling program. This year will be the official kickoff, and it will rapidly become a source of convenience and cost savings for the towns, county, and taxpayers. With all that, I have to say that it seems no year passes without an event or disaster of monumental proportions. That gives us pause to appreciate those whose lives are dedicated to our health, safety, and welfare. Certainly, 2013, locally, that disaster would be the massive fire at the Dietz and Watson facility in Delanco. We are blessed not only that the firefighters from across the county boldly responded, but also that no lives were lost. The site cleanup was no less a challenge. The county contributed massive resources and assistance and assembled a task force to oversee the cleanup and ensure the health and welfare of nearby residents. Major players in this effort included the county engineer, Joseph Brickley, solid waste director, Jerome Sheehan, and health department director, Eve Cullinan. Today, I would ask them to stand and for you to join me in recognizing these folks for their determined and dedicated work. This brings me to the here and now and the year ahead, and the things we can do, new and expanded initiatives, which will improve our economic well-being and the quality of life for all our residents. First, the budget challenge returns. Even though the real estate market is in recovery mode, we will once again experience a decrease in rateables. It will take a team effort to make up the resulting revenue shortfall and hold the line on taxes. My Democrat colleagues on the board have stated there should be more transparency in the budget process and that they should be more involved in budget preparation. I agree, but being involved means more responsibility, not just to the task, but to the taxpayers. And so, today, I am putting a budget challenge on the table. I'm calling on each of my colleagues to take a major role in the budgets for their assigned departments. I'm requesting that they meet with their department heads and return with plans for cutting costs, consolidating tasks, and other proposals that will enable us to reach a better bottom line. I am also setting a deadline of January 31st to return with your work product, and I have already taken the liberty of instructing Finance Officer Mark Crossan to provide you the documents you will need to proceed. Please reach out to him as soon as possible. Second, job creation and job placement remains a serious issue for our unemployed, underemployed, and displaced workers. Efforts to link job seekers with job opportunities have been an ongoing challenge, but the time has come to step it up a notch. And so today, I am unveiling a brand new workforce development initiative, which will grow our local economy by matching workers and the skills they need to secure a good paying job. Yes, we will harness our most valuable resources, Burlington County College, the vocational schools, the Workforce Investment Board, the Burlington County Bridge Commission and Economic Development, the Burlington County Chamber, and other organizations and agencies. But that's not all. Critical to this initiative will be the ongoing participation of business owners and their hiring managers, who will directly convey to us the specific skills they are looking for in new workers. Critical to this initiative will be the marriage of high school programs and vocational programs with college majors and certificate programs. Critical to this initiative will be the pairing of and the communication between high school counselors and college advisors and career services. And critical to this initiative will be the development of capstone courses that will provide students a better pathway into today's world of work. Key players in this initiative are already at work, drafting the fine points of this plan. And yes, our military veterans, especially those returning from Iraq and Afghanistan, will remain very much a target group in this job creation endeavor. We owe this to them. For me, this is exciting and this is real. Third, county government has never shirked its responsibility to help our towns, typically through programs that create cost savings. The county's recreational grant program is a prime example of this type of assistance. And yes, we will be awarding another $5 million in local grants to improve parks, ball fields, trails, and other recreational facilities. Shared services will always be a priority. The Burlington County Bridge Commission has headed up many of our shared services programs, and they have served us well. However, identifying shared services opportunities has always been a challenge. This year, I want to use the power of the internet to address that challenge. Today, I am formally calling on our staff here at the county and at the commission to create a shared services website, a place where towns can promote their own local initiatives and look for others. Some years back, the commission produced a study that showed our towns have been fairly successful when it comes to consolidating services with neighboring towns and the county. Hopefully, this tool will provide them with more insight and more ideas as to how they can reduce the bottom line to the betterment of local taxpayers. Fourth, I propose a New Year's resolution for all Burlington County residents to pursue a healthier 2014, and we can help. The health department will undertake an aggressive campaign to educate and encourage residents to eat healthier, to exercise more, to manage stress better, and to take advantage of free routine health screenings, everything from blood pressure to skin cancer. We are going to resurrect those Sneaker Sunday hikes through our smoke-free Burlington County parks, which were a brainchild and passion of former freeholder Marion O'Brien. We are going to partner with local restaurants and seek their help in offering more healthy meal alternatives. Think about it. Aren't you tired of hearing all the dreary news about Obamacare? Wouldn't it be a refreshing change to stop talking about expensive health insurance and start talking more about good health habits? Fifth, I don't think it's news to anyone here that I am myself a small business owner. Most of you also know that I fall into the category of single mother. I have two sons, Seth and Ethan, ages 8 and 11, who I think are probably the smartest kids in Burlington County. Seriously. Even if I tried, I could never distance myself from the challenges and, well, problems that are facing small business owners. I own a screen printing business, and between processing orders, production, billing, and other services, I keep my wits about me. When the economy tanked, I felt it. Maybe people still need haircuts during a recession, but for many, printing work suddenly becomes a thrill. My point is, like so many business people, I have experienced the ups and downs. It's not the same as the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, but close enough. So my final challenge for 2014 is one I am placing on myself. Between my business and freeholder obligations, not to mention the time I spend with my sons at ball games and helping them with their homework, I will dedicate a portion of my schedule to visit stores, shops, and other businesses throughout the county. I am convinced there is no better way to understand what business needs than to be on site, talking to owners about their needs and their problems, and of course, with customers who come through the door. At some point later in the year, I will report back to you with what I learned. Hopefully, it will provide us all with some more insight as to how our workforce investment, or workforce initiative, and our Buy Local program can be improved to the betterment of us all. I will conclude. To my fellow freeholders, I hope we can work together with focus and with unity. Freeholders Belgard and Schwartz, you now have a year of seasoning under your belt, and I'm sure that historical perspective will serve you well. I believe we can work together, solve problems, and with your help and support, find a way, once again, to help our taxpayers. My very best to you and your families in the year ahead. Freeholder Howard, you are the Deputy Director, so I hope you have my back. I know that you will continue to be a positive force and a positive voice as the year unfolds. Thank you for your support. Freeholder Donnelly, what more can I say? You are the elder statesman.
I know it was coming, folks.
But your input and your inexplicable ability to remember details will serve us well. Finally, to all of you who are here today, thank you so much for your good wishes and your sincere interest in Burlington County government. Many residents aren't familiar with us until they meet us. But you are our disciples. You spread the word, and for that, we are most appreciative. I hope everyone agrees 2014 has the makings to be a very great year, and I pledge to do everything I can to make it so. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you, and God bless you all. At this time, I ask Deputy Director if he has any comments.
It's kind of hard to follow up on that. Basically, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, my fellow freeholders. It was a great year last year. Looking forward to the challenges ahead in 2014, working with all the department heads again. It's going to be a great year, and with your help, I know we'll be able to succeed again. So everybody have a great New Year. Thank you very much.
Freeholder Schwartz.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here, wish you a healthy, happy new year, and I'd especially like to recognize the people in the room who will be getting us through the next 24 hours, our firefighters and our EMS people, and please, I guess you want everybody to stay off the roads unless they absolutely have to. I also wanted to comment on a very wonderful article that was in the Inquirer on Clerk Tyler. It was a great article, and it highlighted all the wonderful things you do. Congratulations on that. Again, I think that's about it. And I just also want to thank Warden Order and you, Cullen, for a wonderful year, for all their great cooperation.
Thank you. Well, first of all, congratulations to everyone that was sworn in today. I'm looking forward to another great year here on the Freeholder Board. I do want to thank everybody for their patience and for working with me last year. As I learned my way on the Freeholder Board, I really do appreciate it. It was a great year. I look forward to the upcoming year. And thank you also, Director Arter, for allowing us to be part of the budget process. I look forward to that as well. So Happy New Year to everyone. I think it's going to be a great year. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Just a couple of quick remarks, if I may. First, I want to thank my wife, Chrissy, my daughters, Caitlin and Julia, for being here today, for which is obviously the most exciting hour of their lives. Each year, being here. But I thank you for being here, and I thank you so much for your support. The same to be said for my mother and father, Joe and Teresa Donnelly, who are here each and every year with me in every step of that journey that I've been making in government service since we started out. Judge Haynes, what can I say, brother? You're always there. Phil swore me into my very first elective office, and I was sitting here trying to think about it. I think it was 1995 or 1996 in Burlington Borough? When you were a newly elected clerk at the time, I believe. Freeholder, that's right, you were freeholder at the time. Thank you again. It's a pleasure. I truly appreciate it. Chairman Layton, my friend Bill Layton, you had faith in us, you always have faith in us. You put the effort together to run great campaigns. Josh and Megan left, they're preparing for something else right now. They drove Gene, Tim, and I crazy, I'm sure we drove them crazy, but we all worked in the same direction to move the ball forward, and I think we're successful as a result of that. Well, what can I say? My relatives. Gene, you and I have run together several times. Brother Tyler, this is the first, and likely the last, because you're on that 5-year cycle. It's an honor. It's really an honor to run with two people who are so deeply committed